As a gay man, I can't say my life's been easy. In fact, I feel like I get left out of a lot because I am in a minority. But I've started to notice something interesting over the past 2 years. Mainstream media has started to accept the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community like never before. No one thought 10 years ago that Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl would hit #1 on the Billboard charts. Clay Aiken would come out of the closet, and no one would care. Adam Lambert screaming at the top of his lungs with black fingernail polish on and coming to #2 on American Idol, or Lady Gaga becoming a star by singing about taking a ride on your disco stick and joking about having a penis every chance she gets. I recently discovered Katy Perry's hit Before I Kissed a Girl, and it goes, "You're so gay and you don't even like boys." So this brings us to the fight that's currently going on with American culture. And what got me in a little bit of trouble with a gender psychology teacher at my community college. Is being gay a personality type? Is it a choice? Is it involuntary? Or is it a sinful choice that will not allow you into the gates of heaven? The answer was given scientifically over 30 years ago, but it was overlooked. The answer to homosexuality is very simple. Xq28. As the Tony Award-winning play Avenue Q says it best, as they say it's in your DNA, you're gay. DNA is the roadmap on how you are made. When you're born, half your DNA comes from your mother and half comes from your father. Now, certain sections of your DNA form genes. Some control hair and eye color, skin color, and other things. However, on the X chromosome that you can get from your mom or dad, there are a combination of DNA parts that form a gene that will control pheromones. Remember about 10 years ago we started to see those late-night telemarketing ads for pheromone sprays? Well, their effectiveness is still unclear. It's only natural for animals to release pheromones to attract a mate, and we're animals too. Our heats are just a little less painful sometimes. Poor kitty. Normally, the male of the species, or the X, picks up the pheromone of the female, or the Y. This causes the male to become attracted and get ready for the mating process. At the same time, the female's brain also becomes hijacked by the pheromone of the male, and normally sexual activity begins. But it has been discovered that the pheromone gene, Xq28, has more than one allele, or, to put it non-scientifically, more than one outcome. In fact, many. In some rare cases, the pheromone secreted does not attract the opposite gender, it attracts the same gender, or sometimes even both. So a male with the different Xq28 gene would also be attracted to another male with the same variants, as well as the female without the difference. These changes also go for women since the gene operates on the X chromosome and not on the Y chromosome. Now, scientific theories to try to explain this have been tossed around for decades, but they're always dismissed because they say that there's just no scientific proof. However, there is proof, and here's why. This is Dr. Dean Hammer, and in the 1970s, Dr. Hammer ran a series of studies of siblings, one being straight and another one being gay. He analyzed the DNA of both siblings, and there is where he discovered the gene. Now here's where the controversy kicks in. When a scientific discovery is typically made, it must be retested, and then its findings are typically published in a scientific journal. When Hammer's research was retested, the findings were not identical. According to an unnamed source, the study had falsely used relatives such as uncles and cousins and not the same brother-sister test subject types as before. It was also mentioned that the parties responsible for performing the tests had been paid off by religious sources, though which sources and which religions were never stated. According to Hammer's theories, the masculine and feminine roles taken on by gay and lesbian and bisexual individuals are the products of social conditioning. That means that straight people would also have both masculine and feminine personalities. Wait, that's true. Our culture is still primarily focused on assigning the masculine to the man and the feminine to the woman. But we see examples that break that down all the time. We have straight men that enjoy nurturing children, and we have straight women who enjoy rebuilding an automotive engine. The news that Hammer's study had been falsely falsified came out in the late 1990s, and since then, if you go into a major city like San Francisco or New York, you'll always see signs or online ads like, "Gay brothers needed for survey, will pay $25." Hammer's work is beginning to be repeated. The early findings are showing proof that he was right. More time is needed to fully understand it, though. In 1996, we were introduced to NBC's Will and Grace. This became one of the staples for representing the LGBT community to the world. However, it reinforced the stereotype that gay men were only feminine. Yes, I'm talking about you, Jack. Now, with the list of celebrities that have chosen to come out of the closet or show sexual interest in both genders, a more realistic representation has been given to the same audience that once saw the stereotype only. We as a culture need to separate the feminine attachment to the word gay, or split the connection between the word gay and homosexual. It's a confused interchange of these two words that cause many of the social problems that we have going on today. I can't say that all lesbian women like to wear flannel, because some don't. And I can't say all gay men like to wear glitter powder, because I don't. But if this is true, where are the masculine gay men that society has yet to see? Well, as a bear cub, I can tell you they're there, and I'll be explaining more in my next video.